This podcast is part of the OIW Podcasting Network.
Hey guys, welcome back to Guilmy Talks. This is Guilmy again. I hope everyone is doing fantastic right now. This week's guest is Graydon. He does a podcast, Dyl-Mania, and we talk about a lot of things. So hope you guys will enjoy this show. I'm just going to get to the sponsors real quick because this episode did go a little bit long, so I just want to make the intro and outro nice and quick for you. Go check out batsinthebelfryart.com. And if you are looking for a certain, I love doing artistic gifts for people that's made specifically for them, and I totally recommend doing that for anybody. Go check it out because it is a great store. I'm a huge fan. And once again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Go check out the Canadian Wrestling Network, the OIW Podcast Network, and the Johners Podcasting Network. Remember, collaboration over competition. And guys, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in for the show. Go check out the merch store. I will be launching a new, at the beginning of April, I'm putting up not one, but two of the cadet merch items. I got two things ready to set up. I'm excited for you guys to see it because it's really fun. I just want to thank the guys for putting it together because it was awesome. That's all I want to say, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. And I gotta wait until April to drop it. I know. Maybe being Saint Patty's Day, I'll drop it because there is green involved. There you go. Talk to you on the back half, guys. Good morning, good evening, good night. How is everybody doing out there? This is Guilmy again. And on the line, I have the one and only Graydon. He does a fantastic podcast called the Dyl-Mania podcast. I am having trouble saying it, but believe me, it's a fantastic show. The last episode I listened to with Sabrina Kyle was absolutely amazing. I think it is his best one yet. And honestly, I think this guy's just going to get better and better. And by episode 50, when he drops it, because he's at 27 or 28 now, I think he's going to be a much better podcaster than me. So, hey, how's it going, man?
I'm good. That was a nice intro. I'm glad you enjoyed this Sabrina episode. That one coming out. We're recording this weekend, but this one's going to be more of a Sabrina's going to talk about her. Nice. She'd pop for that. Serena's gonna talk about like her mental health and stuff like that. So
do it up, buddy. Because and I will eventually get her on my show at some point, but we are very lucky being a part of in Ontario because there's so many wrestlers to choose from to do a wrestling podcast with. Like from all the way down from Josh Alexander to the new HPW guys who I love talking to, those guys, because I can feel you can just hear the passion and the love for wrestling in their voice when they talk. Oh, and especially Mike Forte's voice. It's just beautiful. Love it.
I was supposed to be Forte's first podcast, but I think you took that from me. So
yep. Yeah, I did. Because
okay. I'm glad he's doing it.
Oh yeah, and the dude has a great voice. He can talk. He's well spoken. I'm surprised he's not on more shows. It's because he is the current HPW champ, and he is a great dude. And any podcaster listening to this, because one podcaster interviewing another podcaster, that's normally it's only other podcasters listening to the show. But to any one of those guys, get Mike Forte on your show. He has an amazing story and you're not going to be disappointed by it because and he's a great dude. And I love that I had Tyler Arrow and Mike Forte on the show at the same time. That was fun because I didn't expect them to
they're
be.
two of my favorite humans.
Oh yeah, and I didn't expect them to be in the same spot, so it threw me off at first. I'm like, oh yeah, they see each other all the time. It is a pandemic, but they're in their own social bubble. Then there's me hanging out in my hanging out in the igloo, freezing because my my portable heater died. So so that kind of sucked. But it was recording in the igloo is fun because I never know when the lights are going to cut out or the power is going to cut out, or because everything's kind of set up by extension cords, duct tape, and spite and will right now. But first question for you: why did you decide to start a podcast, man?
It was always something I wanted to do, but I never knew like out ways to get started. So I was listening to Scotty O'Shea's podcast one time, and he had a thing for Anchor on there. So I gave Anchor a go, and in the middle of a pandemic, and I hadn't seen my friends in 2 months. So I figured, why not start a podcast, talk to them, and then it's just gone from there. Now I'm going into like America with people that I'm in, and so yeah, it was originally just to do something, and it was the start of a pandemic, and I was like, yeah, I need something to do. So then I think my first guest was like Arrow or somebody. Oh no, Evan, and then it just went from there. So yeah,
who I still need to get on the show. I've talked to him a few times. It's just my schedule is crazy, as you know. It's all over the place. I think we set this up about 3 weeks ago or something. I'm like, hey, I got a Tuesday, I think, at a weird time. Or well, fuck, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
See, this is why my schedule gets so fucked up. And I've interviewed like everyone from big names, former Ring of Honor champs, to AEW guys, to, well, the only ones I haven't interviewed are any new Japan guys, but that's gonna change real soon. Stay tuned.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I got nothing. I'm just trying. You always got to do.
Maybe they'll hear you sometime.
Oh, maybe I keep tagging them, and I know they see my tags, and they're probably like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" That's about it.
Yeah, just another guy with the podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh, because, and that's the thing. I'm just another dude who sits in his little 3x2 table talking to people on Zoom, and I absolutely love it because it's fun.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. So back to podcasting. What do you look to listen? What do you like to listen to during a show? What immediately grabs you? Because now you know both sides of it. And I was a huge podcast listener when I started, and now my tastes in podcasts have changed. It's much more content over quality. Because if somebody was listening over, was talking over a phone, but if the conversation wasn't great, I would tune out. But if the conversation was there, I would listen to the entire thing, even if it's not the best quality. It's quality recording.
Yeah. I think I just look. It's hard to say. Like my two favorite podcasts right now it's Scotty O'Shea's podcast and Uncle Hack. I know you don't know who he is, but he's not like a wrestling, but he has like a podcast where like he just doesn't care. He just says what he wants to say. And that's the kind of stuff I like. Like I'm really bad for being like PC and not saying what I want to say. But yeah, that's gonna change coming up. But yeah, I just look for like if I can't hear the person, like there's been a lot of podcasts that I've listened to where they've been interviewing someone and I can't hear the person, I'll just shut it off. And my biggest pet peeve is when I don't care like if people take a drink when they're podcasting, but man, I don't want to hear you munching down on chips. while you're podcasting.
Yep. That's one thing I don't do. I do not eat during the show because the amount of times my wife
Yeah.
has almost stabbed me from just chewing because I am like, and I know this because I had a mouth injury when I was 4. So I chew very loudly. I know this.
Okay.
Have I ever told her that? No. We've been together 21 years. And I can say this because she doesn't listen to just like Kevin Smith's wife. My wife is not a Guilmy fan. She loves Justin, but not a Guilmy fan. Like when I'm doing the unboxing videos with my son, which will be coming more and more because we have fun and I bought a shit ton of toys. And so she will tune into the live things just to make sure I don't let him swear. That's it. Not to watch this show, just to make sure neither one of us says anything's too stupid.
Yeah. Have you guys got into Pokemon yet? And your son?
Yep. See, my kids are my boys are 14 and 12, and my girls are 11 and 10. So for us, when Pokemon Go came out, that's what we did the entire summer. The 4 of us would just go to parks and walk around Fanshawe College and do that. And the amount of Pokemon stuff in this house is insane. Like they have Pokemon that I don't even know exist or what's going on. Cause I'm like I'm a generation 1, generation 2 guy. And they're saying like, I haven't played a Pokemon game since red and blue on the Game Boy, except for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I still need to get a Mr. Mime. I don't have him yet. That's it.
On Pokemon Go?
Yep. He's the one guy.
I play Pokemon Go like really like religiously. Like it's all I did. And then I found like an app where I could cheat and I could go to anywhere around the world. So that's when I kind of lost the fun in it because I'm just collecting Pokemon that are like I'd go down to Venice Beach and I just sit on the pier and I just collect Pokemon there. And I had Pokemon that no one around here had. And then I got banned and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, it's not worth it. Like I'm not out there walking around. So I'm just sitting in my living room catching Pokemon.
Yeah. The amount of time I never did the apps. I never did the quote unquote cheating with it, which a lot of people do, which is fine. It's I did it while walking the dog. And then winter happened, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. I can't keep the gloves off. I'm doing a 45-minute walk in minus 25 degrees Celsius. I did say it because my American listeners always give me shitty about that. Because minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit might kill people. I guess minus 25 Celsius can kill people too if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is definitely a Canadian thing. And another question for you, because I didn't put this out and didn't ask people for questions this time. But what is the biggest surprise you've had happen through the show yet?
I think it was so. I don't know if you've ever watched GTS Wrestling YouTube. It's just on YouTube. I used to watch it religiously, and I had this favorite wrestler on there. His name's Tony Cini, and he made a tweet one day, and he said, "I want to do a podcast." So I sent my link to him. I said, "Check my link out," and he said, "Let's do it." And like now, like I wouldn't say like we're best friends, but like we're really good friends now. And it's cool. Crazy that I just was watching this guy on YouTube, and now like he's messaging me. We did a live podcast last week. And yeah, it's just something like that. He's like my first amazing guest. Like all my guests before were like my fiance and my friends. So it was nice to have someone that wasn't my friend. It kind of gave me a little, gave me something to push towards. Like I didn't have to work. I had to work harder for the podcast to come out good. So that's a surprise I had.
And also the research aspect. When I did hear, because I I do listen. And over from your first episode to now, you have gotten like leaps and bounds better as an interviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not nearly as nervous.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
really nervous at first. And they're my friends too, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I personally, I find interviewing friends a lot harder than strangers because I'm like,
yeah.
Because those guys, because I'm like, oh, say I'm interviewing BCO. He's a huge name, biggest, hottest name on the indies. Still have no idea how I nailed him for how I got him on the show. I just asked him. And I think it was the French Canadian vibe. He said he just picked me out of random, and he said, "Yeah, I just picked you because French Canadian name." Okay. And then I get him back on. He sent me he sent me a bunch of clips for the Christmas show, and he's like, "Just pick whichever one's best, whichever one you like, just use it." I'm like, "Cool." And then like we were at a wrestling show, and he came out of the back and snuck up behind me and the boys to say hi. So now I'm an acquaintance with PCO, for God's sakes. We just hit it off
That's pretty cool.
for some reason. And I'm not saying that, oh, I message him and say, no, when he has a great match, I just send him a random message. Hey, great match, thumbs up. And it's great.
Yeah.
And I love watching his stuff on YouTube. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, especially like how old he is. It's pretty sweet to see him doing some of this stuff he does.
Yeah, he's doing what was the last crazy thing I was seeing him in? Oh, 150-pound dumbbells. Yeah, dumbbells doing
Jesus.
girls. I'm like I do a 20-pound dumbbell. I'm good for the next month. That's enough weight lifting for me.
Yeah.
And how's where are you? Hamilton? I know I'm in
Simcoe.
I'm in London. Simcoe. There we go. I mix everybody up. You guys in the red, you guys in the orange, you guys yellow, because the province is all different colors. It looks like a freaking flag right now. But
I think we just went into yellow yesterday. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the color scheme. My fiance told me we're one away being green. So whatever that is. So.
Yeah, green is no masks, no nothing. Yellow is probably the best we're gonna get right now. And I'm just hoping we get green for the summertime for just 1 week where we can all just go fucking crazy and get it all out of our system and then go back to a normal. Like one thing I really want to do is get a podcast get together, like all the OIW guys just meet up in some random city and just hang out, shoot the shit, do one mass podcast where I just sit there going he I'm going to listen to everybody. But because believe it or not, I am a listener, which I love. That's why I love doing this show. I love listening to people tell stories about. And back to stories. How did you discover independent wrestling?
My goddad was a big wrestling guy. When I was a kid, we used to watch WWE and stuff like that. So then there ended up being a promotion in my town here, and we went, and it was my first ever wrestling show. And I remember this guy. I called him Mr. X. I had no idea what his name was. It took me years to find out what his name was. But yeah, I was always a fan of him. And then, so it ended up being Rip Impact. But because he used to wear a shirt with a big X on it. So I only knew him by Mr. X. So I was a big fan. So we always went to every show. And then when I went to high school, I was high school and worried about girls and stuff like that. So I stopped watching wrestling. And I didn't watch wrestling for years. And then I got back into indie wrestling like a couple years ago. And yeah, I just went from there. my first couple of shows back. I went to like an SKM show, a Destiny show. I went to a show called Ethan's Fight in London. I don't know if you went to it or not.
Yeah, I think I was there. Did we actually meet that day? Because if you saw me, I took way too much on the shoulders that day. I did not
I
delegate
seen
well.
I seen you in your suit. I didn't introduce myself to you because I wasn't like in the scene at that time. I was another fan. The only person I knew from that show was Wade.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't say anything. And then I seen you're standing by Jeff Black. He's the one that did music, I think, for you. And
yes,
you look super nervous. Like I looked at myself, I was like, that guy's like he's about to shit his pants.
I actually I kind of passed out twice, so let's just say that.
Yeah.
Never been more nervous in my entire life. Because
your show was the show that what? Go ahead.
Oh no. Go. I was never as nervous in my life because everything kind of relied on me. And like I had Tom booked it. He set up all the storylines, he set up everything. And yeah, if it wasn't for my co-host, that show would not have happened. I wouldn't have had the names I had on it. I wouldn't have had the ring I had. He set me up with all the connections because he knows the wrestling world. Where me, if I was doing it myself, would have been a very different show. Like very, very different. But
I think another thing that made it tough on you was that it was a charity show too. Like your first show, you went to run a charity show. It's a big deal for a little boy with cancer. So that's a lot of stress too. Just that part alone.
Oh yeah. And just one of my personal favorite moments of that show was Shawnee Mo meeting my mom. Because both of my parents are born and raised in Welland, Ontario, where Shawnee Mo's from.
Okay.
And my mom, she says she's 5 feet tall. She ain't 5 feet tall. And for those, rest in peace, Shawnee. But just seeing him introduce himself to my mom, and the first thing he asked, and this is when he was fighting brain cancer, and walks up, hi there, ma'am, do you need anything? Doesn't know her from anyone, just sees her working behind a table. You need a water, there's water in the back, there's this, just checking on my mom. And I just got to kind of sit there and just look and be like, this is kind of a surreal moment, because biggest badass on the Ontario indie scene, who's doing a charity show, and we got him to not do a death match. That was the first question he asked Tom. Can we do a death match? No, we're going to do a tag match. But that's kind of my thing. No death match, no nothing. But it was a really, really fun day. Really wish I didn't stand in front of the hard cam for 2/3 of the show, so the footage is no good. And then got a first time main event, and just being able to have Warhead, like a close friend on your wrestling show, was pretty cool. And I tried to get Tom to wrestle on it so much, but he said no. Flat out. If I'm booking, I ain't wrestling. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, he stood behind the curtain the entire time, right there, and made sure everything was good. The back half of like the behind the scenes show that nobody really knows about, I'm very happy I got 2 separate locker rooms, a male and a female one. I was able to get them showers, food, coffee, everything donated from personal friends and from restaurants in the area, which was kind of very cool. And I learned, don't give wrestlers a case of water, because they will all take one sip, close the bottle, and then leave it.
Yeah.
So many bottles of water where we had cleaned up after. But yeah.
My buddy ran a show right before lockdown. He's the last show before they shut us down. So we always tell him that he shut down Ontario wrestling. But he bought like I think it was 11 pieces or something like that, and he bought a bunch of water. And after the show, he goes back to grab a slice of pizza, and he's like, "Where'd all the pizza go?" I was like, "Dude, they're wrestlers. Where do you think it went?
Oh
You
yeah.
think they're gonna pay me some?" He's like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah. Like what was it? I had an actual hot dog vendor. I know the old wrestling joke, but my buddy Mark, he donated all his cart, propane, everything. I just had to get him the hot dog and foods, and which was kind of cool. uh, Matt Cash goes, "Hey, is anybody eating these?" Nope. He just grabs them, takes all the hot dogs to his car. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking, okay, he'll share them. Nope. And then he just left. I'm like, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I had so much fun, so many nerves. Like I had 7 different wrestling promoters help me out with that.
Oh,
And
really?
like, oh yeah, no, behind the scenes was crazy. Like Warhead held my hand the entire time. He wants zero credit because he's Chad. And
It's Warhead.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he wants nowhere credit for it, but I will keep giving him credit. And I know he doesn't listen to podcasts, so not going to get back to him. So it's all good there. But yeah, like it was a very interesting experience. We raised a lot of money for a buddy of mine. And
That's good.
next time I'm gonna learn, don't use personal credit cards because interest adds up.
Yeah.
So that part
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. But it's all good now. My next month's payment on the credit cards were like, oh, maybe I should have taken that into account. Oh well. But because
Oh.
the interest was couple $100. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I ran a charity baseball tournament a couple years ago. My buddy took his own life,
Oh,
and I ran and for mental health. So half the proceeds went to mental health, and half the other proceeds went to his kids. And we raised like $9,000 just at a baseball tournament. It was yeah, and I had to buy hamburgers because we like got food from like local places and it ran out right away. And I was like, oh my fuck. So we had to go buy hamburgers and stuff like that. But yeah, we raised crazy money, and then this place gave us like pepperettes and stuff like that, like a thing of pepperettes, and no one claimed it. So my buddy's like, oh, can I take that? And I was like, sure, offer me some money. And he handed me a $50 bill. He's like, here. I was like, shit, okay. Like it was free, so it's all profit. So yeah.
oh yeah. It's like we did raffles and the regular charity stuff and the 50-50
Mhm.
draw, and I had so many people donating. I would work that part a little bit differently. Um
Yeah.
because I don't think I advertised it as well as I should have beforehand, but these are all just little notes and learning curves, right? Like one thing I didn't
Yeah.
make, I did not make t-shirts for the event.
Mm.
I only had posters and those went so quick and people were asking for shirts and I'm like, whoops. I got no shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just something I did not think about, right? But live and learn, right?
Yep.
Now I gotta ask, how much did the tattoos on the back of the hands hurt? Because that is terrifying to me. I only got one, so and I'm kind of sitting on it.
This one didn't hurt at all. I didn't feel a thing. It was
Is it a rose or?
the only time it's a baseball that's shaped like a rose,
Oh,
and
okay.
it has like the mental
Yep.
health thing in it right here. But
Oh,
then
cool.
I didn't feel anything till he hit my knuckle, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that. I was like the wake up. But this one hurt like a bitch because it's a wolf, and
Yep.
it hurt so fucking much. Like I was sitting there, like my fiance got her hand on right before I did. She's like, "Oh, it hurts so much." Blah blah blah. I was like, whatever. I said, I got my hand on it, didn't hurt. I was like, it's not that bad. And then I got this one done, and I was like, this needs to end. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, just end soon, please. Like, I need to get out of here. But yeah, it doesn't hurt too much. Yeah, if you want to get a hand tattoo, I just say go for it, because I was so on the edge of it. I was like, fuck it, like it's gonna hurt, and then I just went for it, and yeah.
Oh yeah, and
The wrist is my most painful one, because you can see there's a piece of ink missing there, because he was doing this tattoo right here, and he had my arm backwards. So then he sat my arm up that, and my arm was asleep, so I went like that, and so yeah, I'm missing some ink there. Whatever, it is what it is.
Well, there's always touch-ups.
And I don't know if you want to know, but HBBM stands for Hidden Bombs Banging Moms, because that's my friend that took his own life. That was his saying. So we all got it tattooed on us.
Sorry for laughing, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's why we all got it, because it was one of the funny names we had. So.
Oh yeah. Once again, sorry you had to lose a friend, man. That just sucks.
It sucked, but whatever. He struggled without telling anybody, and like after he died, like his girlfriend was like, oh, he wanted to tell you guys, stuff like that. As someone that struggles with mental health really bad, and someone that has to take his own life, I understand like how hard it is to talk to people. Like, I didn't talk to anybody until I was laying in a hospital bed, and I was like, yeah, I'm in the hospital. I just took 16 pills, so it's
so let's talk about men. Let's focus on men's mental health for a minute, because it is very different than women's mental health, no matter what anyone says. Because I'm 40 years old. I was raised with the mentality of you just push it down, you deal with it later. And past 5 years, I stopped doing that. I've stopped pretty much when I started the show. I laugh awkwardly when talking about
I'm the
serious
same way.
things. Oh yeah,
I'm terrible at funerals. Like, when I'm at funerals, I say dumb shit that I don't mean. Like, I went to a funeral one time for this guy's brother, and I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Like, I was like, "I'm sorry." Like, I'm just so awkward at these things. Like,
oh yeah. I have learned less is more at in those situations. Just sorry for your loss. Sincerest condolences. That's the best, because they don't want to have a conversation right then and there. They just want to know you're there. That's it.
Yeah.
But with men's mental health, it's becoming more and more of a talked about issue, because it's a serious thing, including my own. Because for years I just thought, oh, I got no issues, no mental health issues. I'm not. And then I actually look back and I'm like, yeah, I've had bouts of depression. I've had dark thoughts. I've had this, that, the other thing. And personally, I think that's normal, because going too far, that creates issues. But because I'm, as my wife likes to say, emotionally stunted, because growing up in a very different time, I'm the last generation that it wasn't okay to talk about feelings as a dude. Like, where yourself, you're how old?
27.
27. Yeah. So there's a 13 year age difference between us, where I remember the crying as a kid, and one of my least favorite expressions is man up. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. And I still genuinely hate that saying, because it has no context. It doesn't mean anything. It's just blowing off someone's actual feelings, right?
Yeah.
And the best thing you can do for anyone suffering from any mental health illness is just talk to people about it. That's it.
Yep. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I was I was raised the same way you were, though. It was keep it bottled up. Don't say anything. Like if you talk, you're a pussy, stuff like
Yep.
that. So, like growing up, I was like, oh, I can't talk about this, which is happy because you said you're the last generation, which is true because like we were raised, my generation was raised the same way, but we're parents now. So we're going through where it's like it's okay to talk about it so we can raise our kids like that. Like I'm always going to tell my son, you can talk about what's wrong. If you have mental health, if you have anything, don't be afraid to talk to me about it. It's like I went on a rant on my podcast about people like that are like their sexuality, like they're gay or something like that. And like I was on a rant saying like if you're a parent saying that your kid is you can't love your kid because they're gay, you're a piece of shit, not your kid for feeling the way he does. Like if you could go up to your kid, if your kid came up to you and said, Dad, I'm gay, and you said, fuck you, the F word, I don't want to say it. And you like say that stuff like that.
You can swear all you want, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Like I don't ever want my son to grow up to be scared to tell me that he's gay, or if he's transgender, so what? If it's gonna make you happy, it's gonna make you happy. And I went on a rant about it because again, I was raised like me and my dad don't get along, but my dad is the type that like he's told me before, if I'm gay or if my son's gay, he's just gonna cut us off. He's already cut us off. But yeah, it's like that. Like I don't appreciate that kind of stuff. Like I don't stand for it. I have gay family members, I have black family members. Like it's don't be a piece of shit. Like it's just that easy. But I guess it's not that easy because we're still living in a generation where you're judged upon for your sexuality.
Oh yeah, like I work with the public daily, and middle-aged white dudes are just the fucking worst. Like
Oh yeah.
every single anti-masker is a middle-aged white dude and a lady who's standing behind him who doesn't want to be there. It's just like she's so embarrassed, and I can see it on her face that just like, oh God. And our policy at the place I work, no mask, no entry, no ifs, ands, or buts, no question, because in London, Ontario, it's a city bylaw. We have to follow it, whether we feel it's right or wrong. You have to follow the law, right? And these guys just go on and on about it. Oh, it's a medical thing. See that dude with the oxygen mask? He has a serious medical issue. He's wearing one. Why can't you? Like, it's just one of these ridiculous things. The people just being pieces of shit and yelling at people. I was a bartender and restaurant manager. You can yell at me till you're blue in the face. My opinion ain't changing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same as me. And it sucks because you're near Elmer, so you've fucking dealt with all that bullshit with the church. Yeah. Stupid. They're fucking idiots.
Yeah. And the people from Elmer are so nice and kind.
Yeah.
And genuine nice people. And then this leader goes on about anti-mask, and it's like it's sent from Satan, and all these calm, rational, hardworking, wonderful people are listening to their spiritual leader who's telling them to get sick and God will protect you. Like, I'm a Catholic guy. I have done many religious studies through the year. I've talked about it on the podcast. I don't know your religious background, spirituality, whatever it is. I genuinely don't care about other people's feelings when it comes to that. You do whatever you want. If you want to worship like a gold painted ladybug in your bedroom, if that brings you joy and contentment, do it. If there's any actual religion like that and I'm offending you, I'm sorry. I don't know it exists.
I don't have one, but
yeah. No, which is fine. You do you, but it's just one of those things where I'm just seeing these guys who are hardworking, kind people turn into people who no longer talk to others because of it. It just, I don't think it's right. Like the people protesting and the vans going around with like LED lighting on it and this and that. And I'm like, I hate anti-science people because, I saw one post. The guy was he was describing the scientific method. We need a way, and he thought he discovered a new scientific method how to work it. And I just mentioned to him, hey, this is what they've been doing for years. That's called the scientific method. That's how they do these things. Just like the reason they got a lot of people don't know this, but my wife is a very smart lady. She has she has her honors degree in biological science. So I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I have someone living in my house who I can ask questions about all this shitty about. And she's like, yeah, wear your fucking mask. That's her opinion on it. If you don't, you're a fucking idiot. But she just saying that the reason the vaccine came out so quick and all these people saying conspiracy this, conspiracy that, the coronavirus is actually very closely linked to the SARS virus. That's how they could, and they've been working with that virus for 20 years now. And the science people know what they're talking about. The cheese puff, who is no longer a leader in the estates and has magically vanished from the face of the world since he's been banned on Twitter.
Everyone knew that. Everyone knew that was going to happen, though.
Oh, yeah.
Back to religion, though. This is the only God that I worship. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, my God. That's great. For the audio listeners, I'm just going to tell you, because I might be putting this up on video. I'm going to be starting that at some point. But for the audio listeners, he just held up a photo of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I am so looking forward to him coming back and playing that character again on Disney Plus. Oh
yeah, they're doing that TV show, aren't they?
Oh yeah, and
that's very sweet.
There we go. I'm a huge nerd, so I got my Darth Maul.
Oh, that's sweet.
And let's see if I can hold up. Okay, if it doesn't collapse my closet here. Whoop.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, and it does work.
Sick.
It's just my little Darth Maul saber. Let's see if I hit myself. Nope. There we go.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And let's see. What else do I got? Oh, hey, Obi-Wan. Ha ha ha.
And nice.
And a Jawa.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, look at this guy. He's half Force Ghost. I may have spent way too much money on him.
That's fucking sick. Yeah. From being in the wrestling business, I love her into toy collecting, and I see how much they're spending. It's like, holy fuck! Like, he spends a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Holden spent a fuck ton of money one year, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's gonna come back. Like I said to people, like the same with my Funko Pop collection. Like one day these are gonna be worth shit ton of money, so it could pay for some for Colton. So.
Oh yeah, just like I got out of Funkos. Somebody offered me a good amount for my entire collection, and I took it because when it wasn't what it was worth apparently by the book. But if somebody offers you thousands of dollars, we decided to take it. Might have paid
stupid to say no.
Might have paid for one of the kids' braces, so that's why we did it.
Nice.
So
nice
because I got my DC guys in the bottom, I got my Transformers here, and I got my Marvel guys up at top. Some of these figures people are making offers to me, and I'm like, maybe.
Are those Power Rangers down there?
No, I got no Power Rangers. That's Mr. Miracle from the New Gods. I got Creeper. Okay. Yeah, they're all DC guys. I need to open it back up because when I was setting up the podcasting thing, I had to move the display case to get power here, and I knocked a few down, and I'm like,
okay,
I don't have time to take 40 toys off and move them around and stuff. And
yeah.
And this little guy still have not transformed him yet, but Rat Trap is cool. It just
sweet.
Yeah, just the detail work on him. He looks like he's right out of the TV show. Like,
yeah,
I'm very happy. Like, I'm a huge Beast Wars fan from Transformers, and they're putting all the old guys back out now. So I may have placed a massive order and spent hundreds of dollars on getting the entire collection. I'm so happy. My wife does not listen to this. Because I bought one, and yeah, that's about it. I just bought one.
My biggest buy the last year is the PS5. But you know.
I did mean to ask, how is the PS5 for you? Is it a big upgrade over the 4? Or?
Yeah, it's not that big of an upgrade. Like, there's quicker load times, the graphics are better, but the size of the machine alone is ridiculous. Like, you can't store it in anywhere that, like, you know, you throw your PlayStation 4 anywhere and it's there. Like, these things are massive. So that's another thing. And that's a big issue with the controllers. Everyone's controllers are having a left drift. So it's stupid. There's a class action lawsuit against it right now. But yeah, other than that, I enjoy it. I don't regret paying the $600 for it, but
good.
You know,
because
some people have paid double what I paid.
I wait a good year on consoles when they came out. Like, I got the Xbox. I got the PS3 downstairs and the Xbox One upstairs, and I'm not upgrading either one until I never got the PS4 because I just didn't need it. And then and I still play Lollipop Chainsaw when the kids are not here, which is so much fun. I love that game. You have your boyfriend's head in a bag and you kill zombies with chainsaws.
That's fucking awesome. I've never heard of it, so
it is an indie game that Warhead wants to steal, but it was really, really fun. And you know what? I will probably gift it to him when we're done with the PS3, which will eventually happen. Wait, can the PS5 play PS3 games? Is it backwards compatible, or is that the
I'm not
Xbox
sure.
one? Okay,
you can play PS4 games on it, but I heard that you can do something to your Xbox Series X. It plays PS1 games on it, so
wow,
that's kind of cool. Yeah,
I still got the PS1 somewhere, probably in that box right there.
I got one.
But the amount of time I playing Gran Turismo 2 on that system was insane. Was it one or 2 on the one? I think 1 and 2 came out for PlayStation 1, and then all the rest came out after. But yeah, that's kind of.
I can't wait for the new one. I'm hoping they have Tesla in it.
Hey everyone, this is Adam Hayes, host of Shwa Wars podcast. I've been involved in independent wrestling here in Ontario since 2006, and I can't think of a better way of entertaining the masses right now than with this podcast. We don't only cover pro wrestling, but we cover everything pop culture, as well as a variety of fun and unique show concepts that make us different from the rest. We dispute, debate, discuss everything with a variety of guests as we rank, review, and rave about all things pop culture from the past and the present. So if you got a spare minute, or several, why not check us out today by going to anchor.fm/Shwa Wars podcast. That's anchor.fm/Shwa, SHWA, Wars podcast. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Shwa Wars. So don't wait and check us out today.
I'm a big Tesla fan, so I'm hoping they have those at Gran Turismo.
I've got to actually drive a few Teslas. Man, the pickup on those things. Like I'm talking, you drop a toe, you're doing 60. It just,
yeah,
and it's just so quiet, so you're not expecting it.
mm-hmm.
Because I've been in a
Yeah.
couple cars that were worth a few bills, and they're nice and loud, but the Tesla is super quiet, and then it just like you're up to 60 in 3 seconds, and it's just and then it just kind of mellows out.
My buddy has one.
Ooh.
My buddy has one. He loves it. Like he loves is all he talks about. Like he's huge into Tesla now. Like he's like, I'll never go back. He owned a Chrysler 300, and it was one of those you could hear him coming from down the street. He's I'll never go back. Like this car's amazing.
There are some of the hybrids cars I haven't, not a huge fan of, but mostly because I'm 6'2" and I hate squeezing my ass into a compacts. I drive cars for a living, guys, if you haven't picked that up.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, just work in a shop. I switched careers about 2018. I got out of restaurants and their stuff, and yeah.
Restaurant sucks to work in.
Well, I was the manager, so yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
From everywhere down. But I was a manager who would definitely help anybody out. Like I would definitely help out the dish guy because they're the backbone of the restaurant and they get treated like garbage all day. I don't know why people rag on the dish guy but if he's not doing his job, you can't do yours.
Yep.
Like, the time I had to go in on Christmas Eve because the dish guy didn't show up. Went in, washed dishes for 4 hours, and then went back home. I'm like, okay, you guys got the arrest. There's so many more to do. It's Christmas Eve, and I booked this day off 9 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm here. Okay, Justin, we gotta go. Yeah. So showed up, did the morning shift, and then the next guy came in at 3. I think I left at 1:30. I'm like, he'll be good. There were 4 cooks on that day, so they were okay. Normally they run with 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you're fine. But that's kind of management, and I'm so happy I'm no longer anyone's boss. Because how many did it? When I was working for Timmy's over the years, I think I let go of 300 people in a decade. That was fun. Yeah, I was the firing guy. Yep. Okay. Why am I being fired? Well, you haven't shown up for a week. Oh, I thought I booked it off. Nope. Oh, but I
thought I booked it off.
That was fun because I'm like, that's total. Just don't lie to me and say, my buddy wanted to go camping. I went. Well, 16-year-old kid, you fucked up. Sorry. You no longer have a job. Oh, but don't you have to give me 3 warnings? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't. I gave you 4. You didn't show up. There we go. Who knows?
Yeah. You can't just show up you can't not show up for a week and be like, oh, do I just get 1 warning? Like that's 7 days you didn't show up. Like, come on.
No call, no text. And this was a few years ago, but everybody has had a cell phone then still. Like, I remember when Blackberries were the big thing.
Fun fact, I played baseball for the guy that owns Blackberry.
Yep. All the Waterloo.
Elite. I loved it.
All the Waterloo professors made off like thieves in the night. They all invested in Blackberry and made tons of money. They all fucking retired.
Yeah.
That university was a mess for a little while there because they all quit. But
I kind of kick myself in the ass right now because I wish I bought into Bitcoin back when it started. Now it's like I could be a fucking millionaire right now. Just put $100 into Bitcoin and it could have into $10 million and kick myself in the ass for not.
Look into Dogecoin. That's the next big one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna.
Yeah, my buddy owns 1,000 shares of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one I would invest in, but I'm not a rich man, so I don't really know. But watching what happened with
Yeah.
the GameStop was fun.
Oh, that was wild. And it happened again. It happened again the other day.
Oh,
Like oh
yeah,
my God.
because they learned a way to manipulate the market, and it works.
All off of Reddit.
Yeah. And all these guys are like, oh, these hedge fund guys. I'm like, personally, I think that's what the free market is supposed to be. Free. They're not supposed to put stops on things. Oh, the Dow's going too low. We got to stop this. No, it's called a fucking rich guy problem. And the little guy's winning for once. Fuck off. Let the little guy win, have one good day. Just one.
Yeah.
But, and then all the hedge fund guys go to the government. The US government's looking for ways to get these guys their money back. And I'm like, no, that's how the stock market works. And then after the Great Depression way back then, they put all these stop cards in. So guys like me and you can't really get rich off it. You need to have millions of dollars to start. And I'm not saying it's not impossible to start with $100 and make a couple grand off it, but that's a drop in the bucket to the trillions of dollars that's being thrown around right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How I gotta ask though, how are you enjoying the beard?
It's the first time that I've ever been able to grow a beard, so I'm kind of enjoying it. But at the same time, it's fucking annoying. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I can't stop playing with it.
Yep.
I don't know why. I just can't stop touching it. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to grow it till my wedding. So we'll see. I'll probably get rid of it by then. I can't handle it.
Oh, which is when is the wedding?
Next August. We were supposed to get married this August, but we didn't know how things were gonna be. Yeah. So
yeah.
And now everything's clearing up and everyone's getting vaccines. So it's like, fuck, we could have got married in August. But
maybe, that's the thing. Maybe. Everything right now is a maybe. We might be able to hang out and might be able to do shows, might be able to do this, but there's a big question mark right now.
It's and another issue why we canceled the wedding, postponed it, was because we have people, like there's 2 people in my wedding party from America. My sister in New Brunswick, my best man lives in Alberta. So like everyone was in Ontario, we could have just went for it, but everyone's so scattered that we thought it was best to just postpone it. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Because you gotta organize plane tickets, you gotta organize places to stay, you gotta organize, like my sister had a wedding in California because her my brother-in-law's dad was ill at the time. So he could not travel. And that's what happened. It just, we all, as many of us went down there as we could, had the wedding on a rock, and that was it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I gotta see some really,
the guy being sick, but
oh yeah. No, but he lived another 12 years after the wedding, I think. Like up and down. And yeah, it was a down. So he couldn't travel, couldn't do this, has to be on oxygen all of the time. But he got to meet all of his grandkids. So that's kind of vehicle.
Yeah. Back onto, you said maybe we'll be able to run shows. March 28th, check out NSW. They're doing a show. They're streaming it. So
good.
Pretty Ricky and Alexandro Del Bruno. So Del Bruno is one of my favorite wrestlers.
I loved watching Del Bruno and Saber on the Go Hard Pro Christmas special. That was a banger of a match, and I've known of Sane Saber. I've followed his career for a long time. Need to get him on the pod at some point. My problem is I want too many people on the show. And I make lists and I start off at the top of the list, get the first four, and then the rest of the list I don't really get to. So,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
dream guest. If you could have one like blue chip dream guest person, who would that be?
Dead or alive or alive? Like a
Well,
possibility?
yeah, like an
Okay.
actual guest that you could possibly get. Like, say somebody leaves WWE tomorrow, and you send out a message, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, fuck, I'll do it." Or AEW, New Japan, doesn't even have to be wrestling related. Like, one I really want to interview is Wes Borland from Olympia Biscuit, because he was my
Okay.
inspiration for picking up a guitar years and years ago. And he also does a pretty cool podcast with his brother. So
I think wrestling wise, it would be The Rock. Uh,
yeah,
I can love The Rock. I was really a Stone Cold guy growing up, but like I became a Rock guy. Uh, and outside of wrestling, it would be Johnny Bananas. He's from The Challenge. It's a TV show on MTV. And the guy he's such a fucking asshole. And I love it. I love every second. He won $1 million, him and his teammate. And on the show, they gave him the chance to take it all away. And she split it with Johnny. And then Johnny said, I'm taking all the money. And from that moment on, I was a massive fan of him. I was like, this guy doesn't give a fuck. And I love it.
yeah. And if he's a reality star, it may actually happen. Just to work on work on the pitch, work on the email, ask certain individuals for help.
Yeah. I'm trying to work my way up.
Oh yeah.
Right now, like I said, one day I'm starting with like kind of lower tier wrestlers, kind of just to make my way up.
Oh yeah.
But yes. But now after I did that live Tony Cini, I got fans messaging me now being like, oh, get on this guy from GTS, get on this guy from GTS. And it's like, holy fuck. And like, I email them and stuff like that. I hope they hear back and heard back, but it's worth a try.
Oh yeah. There's the guy in the podcaster with the most tenacity, I think, is George Mackay. That guy.
Yeah, he seems to get a lot, I guess.
And it's not just that; it's his drive inspires me to do better. Just because he's like, well, if George can work a full-time job and have a family and do this and create the balance and do everything, go to live shows and stuff, that's kind of stuff inspires me. And he is a friend of mine. He is a buddy of mine. He was one of my first picks when I decided to do the OIW podcast network and start networking with everybody to put together. And like very much the collaboration over competition thing. And just,
yeah,
I'm like, I want to be more like George, but I want to do my own thing, because he is very much an interviewer. For me, I consider myself more of a conversationalist. Like, and everybody in the network, including yourself, have our own takes on shows. We do things all a little bit different. Like one I'm going to drop, I did a show with Matthew Terry.
okay.
And the cool thing about his show, he hits the record button, we go. There's no warm up, there's no anything, there's no hey, checking mic levels, this, that, once he hits red, we are a go. And I am so not used to that. Because one of the things that I have issues with being a guest on shows, I'm kind of a control freak, and that's why I like having my own show. And I'm getting out there more, being like on guest spots. Like for me, getting over my speech impediment, doing the live thing. That's one of the reasons I'm doing the live thing with my son, because he also has a little bit of a speech impediment, nothing to the extent of mine. But I want to show him that even though I talk a little differently, I can still do this. I still have
Yeah.
an audience. Like somebody in Virginia loves me. I got a couple hundred downloads in one day, which kind of threw me right off. I'm like, who the hell is listening to my show over there, or Brazil, or the UK, and the Johners
Yeah.
guys checking out the show, and like growing the audience. And people are just say because they like my show because I'm genuine. And well, that's good because I can't be anyone else because I'm me.
Yeah.
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 And I miss doing the drive and talks, man. My mic died. My little
Oh.
my old this thing was I've had this portable mic since like 2002. It was, and it been like it. I'm surprised it still was working because I soaked it once, and yeah, this thing just would not die. So I need to figure out how to do my drive and talksy again. Maybe if I just use like headphones like this and with the little mic here, who knows? I'm trying it out.
Yeah,
I got
was
a
gonna say,
message. Yeah, I'm just
that's
trying
how I did my first 20 podcasts.
Yep. Oh yeah, before
Just a little fucking.
Hey, your quality is a lot better now.
I know.
And
yeah, it's
oh yeah. Yep, you can hear the dulcet tones a little bit better. But it's also step by step with the show, right? You can't just, not all of us can be Rex Atkins and have an entire soundboard. He started his show with everything. He waited months, and interviewing Rex was so much fun.
Hey. I love the morning show. I wake up every morning like, fuck, I need to watch this. Like, it's so good.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to eventually be join his Patreon to watch the videos. Probably the best $7 I'll spend. But I keep opening Patreon, like but I can't find it on it. Like I will do this live. I will look and see. Good brother. Good. Yeah. It keeps coming up as Brother Moses. Like, I don't know. Good Brother Morning.
Is that what they called it?
Yeah, it's called Good Brother Morning. But I can't find it because I'm a member of the Holden Albright Patreon. And guys, I know this isn't a show about him, but you got to check out his Patreon, man. It's amazing. The amount of work that dude puts in. But let's see. Settings, support, 1 membership, caffeine. Yeah, I really. Rex, if you hear this, send me the damn link and I'll sign up. Who knows? I'm just trying to genuinely find it because I go to the Facebook link and it's not working for me. And he mentioned on his show with Warhead this morning that, I love that show, but mentioned on it that nobody signed up for his Patreon, but the link's not working. So I probably should send him a message, but yeah, just trying to figure that out. Still need to listen to the John Greed one. Still need to listen to a couple other ones. But hey, let's see. Patreon. Let's see if I can sign up. Okay, it's actually loading. Good Brother Morning. Select a membership level. $7. Join. Or $6.99. Sign up with Google. I'm not going to give out my Google password because that would be dumb. Yeah, let's see.
Then you'll sign up for a lot more Patreon,
Yeah, just spinning circle. I'll figure it out. I don't know.
I started filling out the start of Patreon, and then I was like, whatever.
I'll get. My goal is for 2022 because, but the thing is with me, if I have a Patreon, I got to put the work in. I'm not going to be this guy who does one extra post a month. If I'm getting a Patreon, I'm going all in, and that's it. I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So spinning wheel, you know what? I'm just going to fucking message him because this isn't driving me nuts. It's not letting me do it. It's attached to my MasterCard, but yeah. How to get started in under 2 minutes. Yeah, you're not taking my fucking money. That's what's going on. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. So the part you've been kind of excited about. Oh, wrestling training. Have you been continuing with that or not at all? Or
I haven't been to wrestling training since the pandemic started. My fiance works in a nursing home.
Oh,
so
God,
I didn't want to risk it for her.
No.
Then I got a job at the nursing home. So it was, I just been there. So once this is all over, I'm going to go back. I need to get into shape. I kind of took up a drinking habit during this pandemic. I don't got those. I just all flap. I took up a drinking habit and a lot of eating.
The only reason I got any muscle on my body is from having to lift 100-pound tires. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. I'm still 6'2". I'm still 220. I still got the gut. I still got my thighs that'll burn through any pair of corduroy pants in minutes and kind of set on their fire. But wait, are corduroys still a thing, or am I just old as fuck?
I don't know. I think they might be. Everything that everyone thinks that everything seems to be coming back lately. So
come on,
if they're not, they will be.
Come on, early 2000s corn pants that you can fit like your waist in through the through the ankle. What were we thinking with those? Oh God, like I used to wear those things all the time.
When I was a kid, Champion used to be like the Walmart brand. Like if you wore Champion, you're a fucking loser. Like, and now Champion's like going for like a couple $100 for a sweater, and it's like, what the fuck happened? Like, I should have just kept everything from back in the day, and I would have been.
Oh yeah, because
shit.
The quote unquote Walmart brands. This is what happens. They start in Walmart, they get popular, people like them. They do boutique stuff afterwards. They're like, oh, you can buy this $200 sweater that YouTuber AYZ, I don't know YouTubers' names, is wearing on a show and only get it for $200. Or I can go to, because I'm a tall guy, but I'm not really tall. So I can still find pants in stores. If I was like an extra 2 inches taller in my legs, I'd have to specially order pants. Like I got size 13 feet. So sometimes I can find shoes, sometimes I can't. So people wonder why do you own 4 pairs of the same shoes? Because I will not have them later. And that's the only thing. Like I'll buy 4 pairs of the same shoes if they're comfortable and they fit. And people are like, oh, where'd you get these shoes? 4 years ago. What? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to find because I have size 12, so it's hard to find like slip-ons and stuff like that. So it's like, fuck me, like I can't find anything. I ordered a sweater from one of my favorite YouTube groups during the pandemic, and I was like, oh, it's from the UK, so I'll get a double XL to see if it fits better. And it shows up and it fits my fiance and doesn't fit me because she's a medium. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, God damn it.
And once again, guys, if you want merch, go check out the Guilmy Talks Launcha Cartier store. I gotta
write that down.
Oh yeah. I have tank tops, I have hoodies. Like I have a hoodie with the Guilmy Talks logo on it and the OIW podcast network on the back. That one's pretty cool. Oh, and once again, I
was so pumped when I seen my fucking podcast logo on the back of that sweater. Like, this is fucking sick. Like I sent it to my fiance. I was like, "Oh, we made it."
And the other logo, not a personal thing. It's he flat out forgot. That's it. which I will get fixed at some point.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Dude, there's like 15 of us. We forgot one. That's
Yeah.
it. And once again, thank you for being so cool about that. Not a personal thing. He was doing it after like 18
Yeah.
hours of work and no sleep and just doing me a solid.
Yeah. I didn't take offense or anything. It's all good.
I know, bud. I know. And first thing I did when you mentioned it, I'm like, I am so sorry. When we'll get that one fixed up when I can. But and now, oh man, gonna grab a sip of water now. Oh, and if you want to drink a water out of a Guilmy Talks mug, go check it out, guys. Oh, dude. Oh, did I see in the mug?
Yeah, mugs. That's impressive.
We got stickers. We got this. We got that. Did I show you the new my March logo yet? Here, let me bring it up real quick before I you guys will see it. It's the Guilmy Talks Luchador. It's fucking sick. I love it. There.
Yeah. That's sick. Did Arrow make that?
No, Nick Towers from the Johners Network. You know what? I'm gonna send you a pic. There we go. So you can actually see how badass this is. This is my March March logo. Next month, guys, it's the Cadet. I got more Cadet stuff coming on the store. See it now?
Oh, that's so sick.
Yep. That's the one I got it up on tank top already. I'm gonna do the t-shirt design in a little bit. Just because today's the first day I had time.
Yeah.
All right, now enough of me shilling my stuff. Before we get to the Guilmy Talks 10, where can people find your wonderful show, dude? Yeah, yours.
On Facebook, the Dyl-Mania the Dyl-Mania podcast. Even when I do this on my podcast, I don't know where any of my shit is. On Facebook, on Instagram, it is the Dyl-Mania podcast 2 because I got banned from my other one because I'm bad on social media. And on
very nice.
face on Twitter, it is the Dyl-Mania. It's at @mania_Dyl. Because you'll see another one. That's not the one because I got banned off that one too. So I'm very vocal on social media, and it gets me in trouble a lot. So
see, this is why I have a personal account and I have the podcast account.
Well, I was on the personal account. I mean, this guy got in an argument, and then I got banned on that. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm going to go on to my podcast account and do it. And then I got banned on that. So that was a learning experience. So now I separate the two. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I know. I've learned. What was it?
I got a couple of warnings on my personal Facebook.
Yep.
On my personal Twitter this week because of stuff that happened in the Ontario scene.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a troll fucking with everybody. So
yeah,
a bunch of us got in on them. And
yeah, it's if you want to find out more about that, go check out the Holden Albright Patreon or go to Good Brother Morning, guys, because I talk about
it on my coming up episode too.
Oh yeah,
I talked about it too.
Personally, I don't want to give it airtime on my show. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah,
good, bad, indifferent. Yeah, that's it. It's and I can go on and ranty about it, but I try to keep it as positive a space as I can. Which sometimes I should make a stance, but I don't really know too much about it, to be perfectly honest. And everyone's like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" In the Ontario indie scene, there is an online thing about Tyson Dukes lately. That's all I'm going to say about it. You can look it up. I don't know, man. I don't like to get in because my thing is
Mhm.
there's people's very personal lives involved in it. That's it. And
Mhm.
whether people are a piece of human
Yeah.
garbage or not, that's kind of my stance until I record with Tom. Yeah.
It really hit home for me personally because my kid's mom cheated on me, my cousin.
Yep.
So it kind of hit home a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's human, everyone makes mistakes. It's just
the rest of the background.
check out my podcast episode.
There we go, guys. Go check out
Yeah.
Dylan's show. He'll talk all about it there.
Comes out tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Oh yeah.
You'll hear all about it.
Yeah. Probably not posting this one for a couple weeks, but who knows? Go check it out, guys. All right, now back to the Guilmy Talks 10. Back to a positive thing. All right. Number 1 of the Guilmy Talks 10. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation. I don't really have like a preference. Like I've owned them all, but if I'm gonna go out and buy one, it's gonna be a PlayStation. The exclusives have always been. So yeah, it has to be PlayStation.
Oh yeah. All right, number 2, pants or shorts?
Pants. I hate shorts. I hate them with a passion.
I'm a summertime pants guy myself, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I was a baseball player, so I always wore pants. Like I was never one of those ball players that's out there playing wearing shorts, because if I'm gonna slide, I don't want to be picking stones out of my freaking leg because I was an idiot and wore shorts.
Yeah, I got scars.
Yeah.
And I hate running on that though. Do you prefer dirt for baseball or that freaking gravel shit that people run on the softball fields? Because personally, I prefer hate running on that.
I prefer the clay stuff that they have now, like the reddish stuff. It's kind of like dirt, but it's like a clay type. It hardens up when it's raining. But I hate gravel. Like the local ball diamonds we have here, it's all gravel. They won't upgrade it. Like they've been talking about making it dirt, and they won't do it. So yeah, it's the only place I won't slide. If I slide, it's like a really intense game. But we play co-ed anyway, so there's no tagging or anything. So there's no point in me sliding because there's no umpires. We umpire our own games, so it's going either way. So yeah.
And everybody's honest, right? So
yeah,
or for the most part.
Yeah, you get like the top, because we're in the top division in our league, and when you're playing against those teams, no one's honest. It's you need to be the top. So yeah, it sucks, but whatever. It's baseball.
Yeah. All right, slippers or barefoot?
Barefoot. I'm really bad for going outside with no shoes on. I don't wear slippers. If I don't have to wear shoes, I won't do it. So yeah, I'm gonna say barefoot.
Yeah, me. I'm old. I like slippers now. Cardio or weightlifting?
I would say weightlifting. I'm the type, I just want to be strong. Like I want good cardio, but I would want to be strong before. Especially in the wrestling business, like you got to pick up humans. So you got to that's kind of where I'm at. I'd rather be able to pick up a human than run fast.
Oh yeah. Shower or bath?
Shower. I don't take baths. Again, I was raised so like if you took a bath, you're a girl, you're gay, kind of stuff like that. So I've never taken a bath.
When your muscles
the last time I took a bath, I think I was a small child.
You know what? I recommend it. Give it a shot. When your body's sore, run a nice hot freaking bath, a little bit of Epsom salts in it. It's all good. I may only be able to fit like a quarter of me in the tub at a time, but it's one of those things you gotta try it once, and then you'll be like,
Yeah.
normally what I do, I throw a podcast on and just, that's it.
Mhm.
I just sit there and
Yeah.
soak.
I only listen to my podcast when I play video games. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Me, I normally listen in the car or while walking the dog. That's it.
Mhm.
Because if
My
I'm not-
fiance fucking hates podcasts. So,
yes, I understand that one.
yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had to record a podcast one time. My friend had us both on his podcast, and it was the most awkward podcast we've ever done because we're driving down the street recording a podcast, and she's super nervous when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. Like, we've done like 4 episodes together, and she's still nervous every time. So it was so funny watching her not in her element.
Here's the thing. You beat me because I only got my wife on the show once, and because it was a Christmas show, and Christmas is her thing, and she's like, I like Christmas.
Yeah.
It just it's just the red button nervous, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cake or pie?
Either.
Hey.
I don't like either of them.
Hey, that's fine.
If it's ice cream cake, I'll eat it. But if any other cake, I won't touch it. I don't like it.
Oh yeah. Pirate or Viking?
Oh, I heard you ask this question on one of your podcasts.
Yep.
Fuck, it was Kyle Boone. Man, you know what? I had an answer when you asked Kyle a question, but now that you put it on me, fuck, I don't. Oh man, I'm gonna say a pirate. I'm gonna have to say a pirate. But man, that I was when you brought up the Guilmy Talk 10, I was like, there's a question that he's gonna ask me, and I forget what it is, and it was that question.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, I got about 30 of these, and I always mix them up, and I literally just take a pen when I'm not looking. This is how professional I am. All right, reading or movies?
Movies.
Yep. Because
actually, you know what? I go on these like kicks where like I will read a lot of books. Like I bought a lot of books during the lockdown and I enjoyed it. But I think I'd rather watch a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're two different things. Reading is such an individualistic activity. Oh, there's a $10 word for you. But and then movies you can watch with your family, your friends, by yourself. They're just more more community based. All right.
I also think that like I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So like if you've watched the Harry Potter books, watched the Harry Potter movies but haven't read the books, go read the books because it brings a lot more of the movies to life. Like the movies, they don't put everything in it, right? So you get like the big points.
When we stop recording, remind me to show you something. Oh, that sounds very, very ominous on the show.
He's gonna show me his penis.
Not again. Okay. Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
But you don't.
I don't like salty things.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weird situation.
Hey, that's
I'm
fine.
super picky. It's ridiculous. My kid, and my kid's mom are super picky eaters. So like it's twice as bad with him.
All right. And I'm going to change up number 10 for you. I normally do the toilet paper question, as you would know. But I want to ask you this one specifically. Where is it? Where the hell was it? Number 10's the only one I oh, there we go. Night owl or early riser?
Night owl. So when back in like before I had a kid, I was always staying up all night playing Call of Duty with my friends because like we had a clan, so we'd play. So then after I had a kid, it's kind of like I stay up all night and then I have to get up early. So I'm a night owl because my kid started school 3 weeks ago, and getting up at 7:30 in the morning, I hate it. I hate the idea of being up that early.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to sleep all the time.
Like this morning, I woke up at 5:45 and got up, walked the dog,
Oh,
started messaging Lewis and George from those guys. They put me in another group with a couple people, and we just start chatting again, like always.
yeah.
Oh, because
Yeah,
I
it's
wake up and it's like, oh, you've been added to this group. Okay, who's in it? Dot 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 dot. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll just start talking. Good morning, guys. Thinking I'm the only one up, and then we all start talking. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah.
Once again, sir, where can people find you?
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll just type in Dyl-Mania. I'll pop up. I don't want to make it confusing for you guys, but you'll find me.
Guys,
Or just follow me personally on Twitter at Graydon 1993, and then you'll just find the podcast page.
Oh yeah. Once again, thank you very much for coming on, man. This was fun. We got to
let her do it.
Yeah, we got to reverse the flip the switch next time. Next time you lead.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I will. Yeah. But on my podcast, we'll talk about some stuff that we shouldn't talk about. So it'll be fun.
Well, exactly.
We'll talk about the forbidden stuff in Ontario.
Oh, and that'll be fun because it's your show.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah. You know what? I started this new way of the way that I'm going to start podcasting now. And I'm like, I'm going to get canceled. Something's going to go wrong here. And I'm going to get canceled somehow. So yeah, it's going to be a fun trip.
See, here's the thing about getting canceled. You're not a piece of shit. So you're not going to get canceled. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think. Who knows? All right, man. Once again, thanks for coming on, bud. Hey, guys. Thanks for listening all the way through this. Just want to say thank you very much for listening, tuning in, doing all that good stuff. If you feel like it, go like the socials at Guilmy or at Guilmy Talks everywhere. Because I put daily funnies up and, kind of just fun stuff. As well as the launch cart store. If you go to my Twitter, you can see the commercial I made. Yeah, I'm starting to do videos and editing and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. And thank you very much for Dylan Graydon for coming on the show, giving me the time. It was a fun chat. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just gonna make this short and sweet, guys. Have a wonderful day and try to do one kind of thing for somebody out there. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.